Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Battlestar Galactica Season 3, Episode 10, The Eye of Jupiter, which I'm very curious about because, I mean, that's the place that the algae was found, was it not?
No, that's where Baltar was talking about.
Yeah, that's what Baltar and 3 were talking.
It might be the same planet, but that is what Baltar was talking about specifically.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, right, because it had the wrong subtitle. It said The Eye of like Saturn or something. But regardless, though, it's interesting. It had a wrong subtitle on the Amazon. It was interesting.
It did, yeah, fair.
But interesting, though, enough. We had last episode, we lost Kat, sadly. Side character, partially, that was the almost runner-up to being, you know, the best pilot next to Starbuck.
Well, she was for a hot minute.
When Starbuck was off her game, yeah. But we had a good character arc for that character and didn't expect to lose her on such like a standalone episode like that. I'm curious to see what's going on, though, as we've found a source of food. And we have to process it now, and I wonder if we're still past that story or dwelling on it.
I feel like they're moving past that, but we'll see.
There's only one way for us to find out, and that's for us to keep watching, so thank you for joining us. We're starting in 3, 2, 1.
Looks like you were right, Mikey. Looks like they're algae harvesting.
That's a nice planet.
Look at all that algae bushes.
14th day.
Algae's
Why is there just an oil well? Wow, this seems like such a better planet than New Caprica.
It does.
He came in hot.
Starbuck. Yes.
She came in hot.
It's amazing how she keeps landing on the top of the pilot rotation.
Donut runs are assigned off a coin flip. Kara probably thinks she's running a stream of bad luck. I should probably get over there.
I hate that this isn't resolved.
Remind me to thank you, God, for sticking me on these crap donut runs, huh?
This is insane, you know.
Gross.
That's just the way I like it.
Probably feels good to have sun on them.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with Tyrell?
What is he sensing?
I can barely look Dee in the eye.
He's talking about it?
I gotta do something.
Okay, like what?
Like divorce. Your marriage is failing.
Yeah, but marriage is a sacrament.
He's religious.
It's not a pyramid game. You don't get do-overs, Lee.
What?
What is going on?
Breaking it every time we do that.
I was just gonna say.
Divorce is different. This is just bending the rules.
This is so fucked up.
I can't live like this.
Thank you.
So I won't divorce and you won't cheat. So where does that leave us?
Over.
And end it. Me too, HERA. Me too.
She's not well.
That baby can't get sick, though. It has, like, perfect antibodies. Daryl. We just lost Kat. We can't lose you.
Dude, is he gonna go on top of the mountain and find a burning bush?
Is that what she sees in her visions?
Is he gonna find a relic?
What's pulling him here? Is he a Cylon?
That'd be the biggest mind fuck. If Tyrell's a Cylon.
Can't be a Cylon. He was with Sharon.
Oh,
Or
it's
is it
all hand carved.
Yeah. Temple? People have been here before. He's gonna find a relic.
All right, I feel like, Mikey, this is confirming the theory that they're where the 5 are. Like, so the 5 are with the human.
Is this her dream?
Dude, 5
Is he finding her
are,
dream?
or 5 were. There's electricity.
What is this?
Yo.
Yo, okay.
The temple's at least 4,000 years old, which lines up with the exodus of the 13th tribe.
Do you really think you found the Temple of Five?
Yeah.
Whoa!
recognize it from the books.
This is the 5 Cylon or 4,000 years old?
Chief, when alert.
Greatest
ADAMA.
Admiral, Lieutenant Gator, NCIC. We have multiple Dratus
Oh,
contacts.
Cylons.
Cylon base ships just jumped into view.
On our way.
Yep.
Spicy episode.
All right, Mikey. There
What?
are Cylons in the fleet.
Do you think Baltar's on one?
Yeah.
We can't let the Cylons get their hands on it. Stand by to launch Vipers.
Something's odd here. Cylons aren't launching raiders. These ships are standing off outside of weapon train.
What the fuck is happening?
It's the Cylon base ship. Requesting to speak with you.
Please let it be Baltar.
Be Baltar. You all know it.
Please.
You all know it.
This will be so funny.
I can't tell you what it changed.
It's Baltar.
And it said Cylon over speaker.
That really. I hope that's not a spoiler.
Dude, imagine it gets spoiled for us because of this.
I don't think it's true. These subtitles have been so bad, I can't trust them with anything. You're supposed to believe it's Cylons and not Baltar, you know?
Feels like old times, doesn't it?
Still, I can't help feeling I'm finally home. If I'm not one of the final five, then this is the last chance I ever get to see my kind again.
He flips and flops so fast. Boomer and Sharon.
Well, look at
Boomer
this.
and,
Should we salute?
you know.
That's Boomer.
Well, you just lost your visiting privileges.
A lot of guns. A lot of crossfire in that room.
It's good to see you.
Yikes.
We want the Eye of Jupiter. So let's just skip all the denials and protestations and go straight to it. We know that you have people on the ground. And we know that you've found the original settlement of the 13th tribe.
We have our people on the surface. We're not leaving them behind.
That's a touching but not very convincing.
That's literally the reason, isn't it?
I would like to discuss the practical issues that come to hand, and there are some, so that we can reach some accommodation.
The less this man says, the better this will go.
If it wasn't for me, the Cylons would have blown you out of the sky 2 seconds after we'd arrived.
I think you can handle this alone, if you can stomach it.
Oof.
So I've saved your life. Again. How many times is that now? Because I'm beginning to lose count. If it wasn't for me, you'd all be dead.
How she just left. Hello. Power move.
You give us the Eye of Jupiter. We let you go.
We'll throw in Baltar.
What are you talking about now? What's he saying?
I'm improvising.
Worth thinking about.
Definitely worth thinking about.
If I'm taking any deal, I'm not letting it.
It's not your home anymore. What if I told you that your daughter was still alive?
Ooh.
I'd say you were lying. Well, someone's lying. But it's not me. She's ill and we don't know why. From what we could gather, she was hidden at Laura Roslin's school.
She gonna believe them though?
I don't need to listen to this. Watch her. They let you think that she was dead. You don't do that to a person, you do that to a thing.
We're not giving you the key to finding Earth.
You try bringing it up from that planet and see what happens.
I'm setting the terms now.
Oh.
Make any attempt to attack this ship or the people on the planet's surface. I'll launch every nuke I've got.
Nothing. You want to find out as much as we.
Escort them back to the ship.
Yes.
If it looks like they're gonna get into the temple, your order is to blow it.
Understood. What's my time?
Cylons.
The Cylons are jamming the wireless. Every frequency.
I'm gonna have to draft the civilians.
Can I make a suggestion that you won't like?
Do you make any other kind?
Use Sam to command the civilians.
You're not serious.
I mean, it makes fucking sense.
Heard you were coming down. Guess it takes an emergency to get us in the same room these days.
Does he not know?
Can we
No.
do this later, please?
Oh, okay, so you want us to risk our lives for something that you haven't even found yet?
Listen, Sam, I'm not even sure it exists. But I don't have to tell you every little goddamn detail.
No, you know what you have to explain to me?
Hey, Major's in charge of this one, okay?
Well, I certainly wouldn't want to step between you and your major.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
I mean, he's not dumb.
I mean, I don't know how I found this place. I just got this urge to start walking, and then suddenly, here it is.
He had an epiphany.
You should see the look on your face when you're in here. Is this reverence?
What do you think it's a Cylon? Joe, is that why you're doing that?
Well, you don't revere something you've never seen before.
No, dude, this is literally like a mythical trope. The one without faith finding the holy site, reigniting his faith. This is so trope. He's not a Cylon.
If you can believe it, on the verge of going supernova.
Huh?
When?
Sun goes supernova?
Way of knowing for sure, sir. Sir, I am not one to look for religious signs, but I can't get my head around these odds. That human and Cylon both converge on this planet at this exact moment, just as the star's about to go supernova.
So this is the work of a higher power. And they have one hell of a sense of humor.
Let me point out that it doesn't matter if we find Earth in 5 days or if we find Earth in 5,000 years. We're a machine.
He's totally right, though.
They just keep randomly jumping, yeah.
Plans are in motion.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
Put a heavy raider down on the planet's surface as soon as we jumped in.
Is there any particular reason the rest of us weren't involved in this decision?
It was a need-to-know mission.
Kind of cutthroat. They're also not doing things as a unit anymore.
As a unit, yes. I totally agree. Good observation.
What are those? Jetpacks?
Very Star Wars jetpacks.
Kind of look like big ass fucking guns with muzzle brakes.
You'd make a good officer.
It's a good compliment.
Officer, huh? Like you. Someone who swears an oath and knows how to keep it.
I'm not really sure what you think's going on.
Don't insult me, okay? I'm not stupid. I know my wife. I know how she is. We've been married for 1.5 years. What, you think you're the first?
Oof.
Anything for the cause, Major.
It was a bit of a cop-out.
You think you're telling the truth or lying about that you think first?
I think you're telling the truth.
Guys, I am on the verge of seeing the faces of the final 5 Cylons. Maybe the face of God himself.
The 5 lights of the apocalypse rising, struggling towards the light. Sins revealed only to those who enter the temple, only to the Chosen One. The Chosen One.
Gareth Race?
Baltar!
The Chosen One.
5 await me.
The Chosen One.
She thinks it's her, but it's Baltar, you're right.
Caprica. The more time goes on, the more I find myself on the outside looking in.
Well, that's not the case at all. Is it? Because we three, we're integral. We're part of...
We're finished. Baltar and my destiny are separate from yours, Caprica.
Bro.
He's like, what? You gonna follow her?
No.
The 5 lights will be revealed only to those who enter the temple.
Oh.
We have to go down to the planet. Only you and I can see this through. This is something you cannot share with us.
Secret club shit.
Bro, they own...
Share with you. I loved you and everyone else wanted you dead.
Now, look, you mustn't misunderstand. It's not personal.
Just bring her.
Pray for us, Caprica.
Why can't she just go with them?
I don't know.
Pray for you.
Religious stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Because she's like having visions like they're both having, maybe?
Okay, but there's like 85 people in the temple right now.
Just say
What's one more?
My bingo card, it never said Baltar turns back on 6, ever.
We found another blonde.
Like, I never saw that coming.
Rockets. Oh, they have rockets in the back. They're anti-air. That's what it was.
That makes a lot more sense.
Oh.
It's Century.
Ooh.
Starbuck's been hit. I say again, Starbuck's going down.
Yikes, she's on fire.
Can she eject?
I think it jammed.
And a raptor?
Eject.
And not in a raptor.
5 pillars of the temple were fashioned after the 5 priests devoted to the one whose name cannot...
Laura.
We'll discuss after.
She told our Sharon that her child was alive.
Oh.
The child was at the school. Yes, I kept her there. And we suspected that the Cylons captured her during the Exodus. Listen, the thing you might want to know is that when she...
He's like, I don't want to know anything. This shouldn't have happened.
He didn't know.
No.
I thought he fucking knew.
No. We weren't talking.
Do you have any idea what we've gone through?
He told them.
Goddamn right.
Wow.
You, of all people.
Wow, this is an episode.
Know what it's like to lose a child.
I want to see her.
Wow.
He can't really deny her.
This is the worst case scenario.
Full
Worst
animal.
case.
They're coming from the north.
Are we gonna set up a rescue party, right?
No.
Lee, she could be dying out there.
Yeah, I know that, Sam. I know, but we are thin on the ground here, and the Cylons are on the march.
Are you out of your fracking mind?
That's my wife.
He's fucking going.
We just picked up 6 heavy raiders falling away from the Cylon fleet.
Fortunately, we have brought them.
Are we?
Mr. Hoshi.
Hi, sir.
Order nuclear ground strike missiles into launch tubes 4 through 10.
Wow.
He's got to fucking play hardball.
Brosnan's like, wait, my eye.
Screw this position. Listen, we can take those hills, use guerrilla tactics. That's what I've been talking about this whole
Or let
time.
Dinah respawn on a ship. These are the final 5.
We are stronger
What are
here.
you, some goddamn wind-up tin soldier? This is my wife we're talking about.
Yeah, I know who she is! And I have known her and cared about her a hell of a lot longer than you!
You can do whatever the frack you want. I am going after my wife.
Open launch tube doors.
Wow.
Doors are open, Admiral.
What are you doing?
Getting ready to nuke the planet.
I just love how Rosalind asked that. What are you doing?
Whoa.
Honey, put
Honey.
gun down. Down. Okay, he didn't know.
It's like a Cold War right now.
I am not asking you for permission.
Sergeant Matthias.
Set ground zero for the underground structure.
Oh God. Just turn back to the escort.
And they saw the eye.
Is that the eye? He's gonna push it?
Where is that fracking eye?
I'm sorry, Sam, but you cannot go.
I'm sorry too, Major. But you can't stop me.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Oh, jeez.
I have so many theories right now. This episode's made me go crazy. But yeah, I need you to well, just you let me know when we're ready.
We're ready.
Okay, Mike, what was that theory you had about the Cylons that are old?
Wasn't it the final 5 Cylons were around with the time of God or something like that, and they were. So
I'm getting really strong vibes that the 5 priests and the 5 Cylons are like
same thing.
If they're not the same people, they're like.
So my
priests are the Cylons.
One of my original theories that the Cylons were actually gods, and the Cylons created humans, which created Cylons.
See, now that doesn't make sense.
Which created Cylons.
It's cyclical.
I don't know. So I mean that would make sense though.
HERA might be a god.
Because what if
Cylons wouldn't be gods?
What if the Cylons created humans? Because they're gods, which created Cylons, which then created Cylons that look like humans.
So if they're not trolling us and everything is cyclical, then if we had gods who created humans that then sent off, and then the humans made Cylons, then the Cylons have to be responsible for the creation of the new generation of gods for the cycle to like make sense.
So the Cylons. So
that's why I think
gods made humans. Humans made Cylons. Cylons made humans.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to say?
All I'm saying is that I think that the 5 priests and the 5 Cylons, there's a connection there, and I'm excited to find out what this has to do. Please go ahead.
So yes, we've all discussed. Well, I guess you didn't agree.
I was like,
but
craziness.
Mikey has highlighted, and the show has highlighted, that everything is happening again. And we know from when they were on the planet and they were like navigating through the woods and everything, that they gathered more information about how the 13 or the 12, I'm sorry, gods left and went to like go
tribes.
Yes, colonize the world, right? And build settlements.
Yes.
So if all 12 of them were Cylons, or a form of Cylon, perhaps right? That's what you're saying.
What, the gods?
Yes.
No.
No.
I'm saying that the gods are a separate thing. And they might be the hybrid of Cylons and humans, but if it's actually a full cycle, like they've described it, where everything keeps repeating, then there was the gods on OG Starting Planet that then were left behind as the humans went out and settled. The humans then created Cylons, so we have God, human, Cylon. So then for this to be a cycle, the next step has to be God.
Well, but you have to remember the reason they left the original planet was because it was so riddled with war and like death and like everyone died.
So that's another thing I'm kind of getting the vibe
conflict.
of.
So we can kind of rationalize that perhaps whatever happened, the Cylons could have made humans in reverse, right? So the Cylons made humans to be their Cylons, air quotes, like be their laborers and do all of their.
And those gods are Cylons, but they're like I understand where you're getting.
The Cylons have always been the gods, and the humans have always actually, in the power dynamic, been the Cylons. So it's a role reversal. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just don't like it.
So the humans see the Cylons as having been their creation and their tools, when in reality, the humans were that to the Cylons the entire time. It's just they did what the Cylons now did again. So it was just them flipping the script.
Yeah, no, I got all that. I just hate the theory.
I got a new theory.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes it kind of makes sense. It kind of doesn't. It could make more sense with more background information, but the fact there's too many similarities at this point. Baltar is calling it the final five, which is telling us by context clues that the final five are these five gods.
But
because it just so happened that Sharon's call sign became Athena, or that their daughter's name is Hera. Like, there's too many mythological.
Yeah, but we have Lee Adama as Apollo. Like that's like,
he could be a Cylon. He's not off. He's no one.
No. See, because that's where I don't think you're understanding. My theory is that the five priests and the five Cylons we haven't seen before are very well related to each other. So Lee being a Cylon, or even
well, both of the Adamas would have to be.
Well, I don't think any of them are. I think we don't know what the five look like. I don't even know we're ever going to see the five. I think that they are like. I just
lost to history,
or are still around, but like I don't know.
I think the five,
I got a half-baked idea here.
The five are characters we know of.
I feel like they can't tell us that there's five and not show us them.
Yes, I agree. I think just
that's
for
the
story to keep going, I would agree. I think the five are people we know, and I think the five are just the missing pieces of the original 12.
Yes, and I honestly
don't think it's Baltar.
I'm gonna say I honestly think also that the original five, because we know there's offshoots because when they have different versions of each other, the original five Cylons may have been angels sent by God to help the humans on their path, and they got sent just like how Baltar was sent number 6 as an angel on his shoulder. The original Cylons were sent by gods and in his image, of like humanity to help them, and as a result, humanity made Cylons in their own form to kind of,
Oh, okay.
Made Cylons in their own form to kind of honor them.
Man,
and then those Cylons made humans in their own form because they heard.
Yes. Okay, that kind of makes. Okay, I see where you're going.
They made the 7 in their own visions because they saw the 5 and they thought that because the 5, the way my opinion would work was the 5 are like maybe originally were for the metallic Cylons were they're deities almost, like because they're like revered because they're prophets or angels from God.
Wait, so I got a wild fucking theory. I think I figured it out. There's some numerology bullshit going on. I got this. So the 5 priests that are talked about in this, the 13th colony, whatever, they created those 5 Cylons that no one fucking knows what they look like. And those people, those 5 Cylons went to find the 12 colonies and to find their brothers. So this is all reversed, right? So they're trying to find Earth, but Earth was trying to find them, but they found the Cylons and were like, hey, you should do stuff. And I don't know. And then they created the 7, and then this is all becoming the thing. So it's the 5 from the 13th colony came back and made the 7 normal people. And that's why we got 12, and things are going on.
I feel like yours was grounded in like. You're just.
I haven't gone off the for a while, all right?
I didn't even talk about the episode.
Everything's happened already. That's what they said. So this is all just happening back and forth.
So we'll dial back in. So this episode was a lot of fun because we got a lot revealed in this, a lot of information. For example, right now, Deanna and Baltar are on their way to the surface of the planet because apparently they curb 6, but it seems like when they think when they enter the temple, the eye is going to reveal itself to them. But it seems that
I don't think the eye's in the temple. I think the eye is either the nuke or the supernova.
Nah, it's definitely going to be the opening to the temple. And
no, because it said when the sky opens up, you'll see the eye of Jupiter. The sky is up there. So you have a nuke or you have the supernova.
I think
supernova just happening to be going off as they're there is like the big fucking glaring.
Tyro's got to be doing something though. He's got to blow up the statue and get the artifact out that helps them find their way to Earth some more. Maybe
I think that supernova going off is going to point them in the direction of Earth.
Also, Tyro doesn't want to blow it up. The plan isn't to blow anything.
Just in case.
That is only in case of nuke. Which makes no sense.
Well, no, it's if they don't nuke the planet and they have to defend the position and they get overrun, they self-destruct it.
Yeah,
that was the point of it.
Okay, that's fair. So in this we see also that Tina finds out her baby's alive.
Yeah, and she wants to go see
crazy.
her daughter,
I don't know how she's gonna react. Do you think she's gonna switch sides? Or?
No.
She didn't really give off she's switching sides energy per se, but I really only think the saving grace, even though it's not said, was that Adama. I feel like it seems like he approached it in a way where he told them, confirmed it was true, and didn't try to hide it from them, which gave them the feeling that he didn't know. Because if they felt he knew, I feel like she'd flip. I don't think she'd be able to live with that.
You think he's gonna blame the president?
You know what I mean? Like if he had just been boldly lying to them the entire time, I feel like it would have been a major betrayal.
Right.
But instead it was like some other person for what they felt was justifiable motivations did it, and therefore it is a betrayal, but just not can't be recovered, I guess. Like
That's
I feel
fair.
like there's still a chance they could salvage it.
I do like,
other than like she's gonna want.
Yeah.
Why would they give her?
Well,
maybe
if like. Yeah, I don't know.
Or the deal somehow they work it out where they give them the eye for the baby.
Once they figure out what the eye like does.
Yes, I feel like there's a chance that Tyro's like, there is no relic. The relic is the baby, but we can tell them we have the relic. Here's your relic. Give us the baby. Yay, baby. And then they're like, fuck you guys. I have no idea how that's
I don't think Tyro's like that clever. Like he's a genius, but I don't know if he's like convoluted logic, like schemy.
Sure, but
right.
I didn't mean he specifically would enact that. I'm just saying he specifically would come to the conclusion that maybe there is no I, and that there's something of more value or important, or that the only way they will see the I is by nuking the planet. Like
it's got to be because
or the supernova. It's probably the supernova.
Adama's playing hardball right now, literally. And the Cylons don't think he's going to do it, but he will pull that trigger because it seems like if the Cylons find Earth before him, it's over, and he knows that, and he'd rather sacrifice that than let them find it. And I just love how the Cylons were like, why don't we just wait a couple thousand years, kill them, wait a couple thousand years, and we'll find it anyway. We could just randomly jump and find it
time
eventually.
is on their side.
Yeah, so it just shows that right now, really, Diana and Baltar are just in a rush, specifically Diana, because she's having some sort of revelation about finding the final five, which is so important to her in some way, because maybe it links her closer to God or her purpose.
I think it's just purpose.
That, she basically is divulging, and Baltar has caused this to happen to the Cylons. They used to be an autonomous, same page, everything, same decisions as a council. Now they're doing stuff behind each other's backs and whatnot. So it's great to see, he's sowing some dissent by accident.
Well, it also showed how much number 3 has become like
attached to him too.
Attached, no, just to her devotion to figuring out and finding her purpose. Because she sent the ship. Like, she was thinking way ahead. She was like, the moment we warp in, I'm going to send the ship. And it's like she wasn't. She's. Her eyes are on the prize, kind of thing. I also just wanted to say I love Rosalind and Adama this episode with the father mother thing, because she's like, honey, what are you doing? He's like, I'll kill my fucking son. Right, I'll kill him. She's like, honey, you're not gonna kill our son. And then she does that side like, I'm not gonna kill him, right? She's like, fucking load the gun. Do it. Yeah, I will kill him. So I just love that sometimes she seems to forget, he's it's all hardball. Like, they have no second chances. They only have this chance. So they can't fuck it up. And to me, he definitely will, if it's between them getting the artifact and finding Earth or no one finding it, he's going with nobody.
Fair. And we also saw, final thing for me to bring up is Starbuck was shot down this episode, and Lee was ready to abandon her. I don't know if that's because it solves all his problems, but also because he can't, stop the mission to go after her. They don't have enough troops to do everything all at once. But Andrews is not willing to let that happen, so is probably going to see him fight to make his way out, be subdued or win. I can't imagine Lee's going to actually shoot him, but I also, have a feeling that if he goes after Starbuck, he might die in the process. And she might survive, and that might be the sacrifice that they, Starbuck can't be divorced, but she could be widowed technically in the eyes of her faith, maybe. So she'd accept, and then Lee would probably not accept it, and it would cause Starbuck to spiral again.
I hear what you're saying.
I hate the whole arc.
I think it's Lee's personal feelings are being involved. And the only reason I say that is there was literally an entire episode where they risked the entire fleet to save just her. And that was on the biggest scale, but they've risked a lot to keep her alive.
And now
he's not willing to do anything?
It's an easy way out for him.
I mean, I don't know if it's that deep necessarily, but I mean, you might not be wrong. I just feel like they're so against leaving no man behind whenever possible, if 100%. There's any way around it. So for him to not even be like, you can go and take one guy. We cannot afford anyone else, but you and fucking Phil could go. But no, he's like, he's like, we need you out there leading the troops, but he's also holding a gun to his head. So
yeah, there.
Yeah, plus he's a civilian, so that's I feel like if he was a soldier, if Sam was a soldier, to me it would be different. But since he is not a soldier, I feel like he's crossing.
They're functionally conscripted right now. That's why he can essentially put a gun to his head and be like, "Hold the line, soldier."
Yeah,
sure. They're also not currently under direct assault.
They're pending.
Close enough that they saw,
Yes, but the only reason they even know it's pending is because the person who got them the information just got shot down and crashed.
Sure.
So, I don't know. It just goes against everything they've done up to this point. So I really didn't like that Lee did that, and I feel like it's a personal thing.
It is. I think it's an easy way out for him. Yeah, because he's so conflicted.
I don't know if I agree with the easy way out thing for him. I'm just saying it's a personal thing.
Well, I mean, it's a shitty way for me. It's a shitty way for me to phrase it, but it's the easiest way for him to escape his emotional situation with D and Starbuck, while also potentially retaining normalcy with D. Because I mean, she said that she'd be there for him until Starbuck came in the picture. But if there is no Starbuck to be in the picture, maybe they'd be willing to.
They're not killing off Starbuck.
But for me, Mikey, I felt like Lee. Like I said, it was a personal thing, but I feel like he can't go and save her. So to me, it was like a selfish thing. Like he'll be fucking damned if he lets Sam go and save her. Was where my head was at. Fair. Just because I feel like that's where he's at. Like which is fucked.
It's
fucked. But that's just my headcanon.
I don't have anything else to add. Do you guys? Anything else to add?
I mean, I think he popped a blood vessel before.
He popped it.
Dude, I'm still thinking because I'm like, there's only a couple gods when the humans left. Now there's only a couple humans when the Cylons are taken over. I'm like, where's this going?
5,000 Cylons, 50,000 humans, 5 Cylons.
I don't know what's happening.
The 5 either have to be Cylons or some mixed form because they're alive after several
When was the there's no way
that temple's 4,000 years old.
I don't care about that. When did Doc Cottle say that they developed that immunity to that rat virus?
Thousands of years ago.
I want to say for some reason
it was
1500.
Yeah, so it's after they split, which is another thing that makes me think the Cylon. I gotta make this theory. I think the 13th colony made the Cylons, the people ones. That's what I'm saying.
Well, and my whole thing was that the 13th. Well,
because that would explain why they want to go to Earth, but the 5 they don't talk about, they don't know, it's because the 5 came from Earth, and that's why the 7 are trying to figure out who they are by going back to the 5 home planet.
Yes, but
that's my fucking cracked out theory.
Sure, but that means the other 5 are Cylons.
Yes,
there's no way for us to find out.
All right, okay,
let's keep watching.
Thank you for joining us. This was a fun discussion. Got really animated.
And what an ending!
And not too much argument between the theories. We got some good theories out there, and no deep arguments about them, which is pretty good. No heated arguments, just some pretty good theories laid out with opinions, and I liked it. But if you do enjoy our content too, make sure you do check out our Patreon, which features full lengths for this and many others. The Patreon support does help go a long way with our setup, and as well as as you see, increasing the setup stuff. So thank you. Well, we'll see you next time. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It helps a long way. If we're not at 5,000, we're so close, and we want to get there because it's cool. But we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Toodaloo.